This is going to be a demo on a new document I've been putting together on the Thoth Guidance Service user experience. So, as described in the description of this demo, it's going to be this document that I'm going to show is centered around user experience of Thoth, the new Thoth as a service, which is centered around using bots, so Kebechet, and then other integration points such as Thamos or Jupyter Lab requirements extension as integration points or end pieces for users to interact with. And the goal is sort of make this into a community so users can give feedback to us so we can continue building this service. So we can go through the document quick. So this is just going to be an outline, sort of an initialization of this community or user experience. And it's going to outline sort of the personas, the idea of what our core idea of what the service is going to be, and then also some of the other integration points and how they fit into it. So starting off, this document's got two main ideas. First one being the core deliverable of OKR1, O1KR1, which is having Thoth. First part of it is having a Thoth service as a service, Thoth as a service, and then integrating bots as a core part of that. And then secondly, this document's also going to look at how the other integration points are being utilized and how they will provide value. We can look at three main personas to get these user stories sort of context. We have data scientists, Python developers, and project owners. Data scientists being the ones that might usually work in Jupyter notebooks, so we'll rely a lot on the Jupyter Lab extension, but also we'll work in GitHub a lot and be making pull requests and having to share their environment. So we have some challenges and needs there. Then we have Python developer. This is a user that will probably be working with the API a little bit more and might not be using the Jupyter Lab extension, but might be using Thamos CLI. Then we have project owner, which is going to be working with the bot a lot in the GitHub project repository and doing things like keeping dependencies up to date and making releases, and the bot's going to be providing a lot of that functionality. So now if we sort of look at the second part of our user stories, we have the persona. Now we need sort of the context of where these user stories are in development process. So we have the stages for development with initialization, building, and maintaining. A lot of our integration points, some might be more integral for certain parts of the stage of development. So for example, Jupyter Lab requirements that might not be a priority in maintaining, but it might be a priority in initialization and building. And for example, Thamos might work really well in initialization and building and maintaining. So each one sort of fits into a stage of development, but we want all three stages to fit into the bot. So Kebechet should be of value in both initialization, building, and maintaining. So if we go down and we highlight Kebechet a little bit more, we can see that I split it into initialization, building, and maintenance. I outline what Kebechet is, sort of what it can do, and where it provides value in each stage of development. Then I go down to have some user stories with the personas listed above. And then down we go to other integration points of Thoth Guidance Service, which will be Thamos, Search, and Jupyter Lab extension for now. And same thing, I give user stories of where they're providing value and what a user might be interacting with. So this whole document, in essence, is just all the core user experience that we want a user to be able to have in Thoth Guidance Service. And it's sort of a starting point to sort of formulate this community around it and eventually take these user stories, put them into issues, and make them, I guess, move this further along, and then build the community, and then eventually get feedback and build off this document a little bit more. I think that is it for introducing this. If there's any questions, feel free to take those. If not,
no questions so far, but I mean, just a comment that is great. Thanks for writing that one. I mean, relatively long, so I would prefer to read it and provide comments maybe later. But I think it's just wanted to say that it's a great write-up and well structured by personas and integration points. I like it.
Yeah, so yeah, feel free to add comments wherever and build this off a little bit more. Or, yeah, flesh it out a little bit more.
This is amazing. Thanks, Gage.
Yep.
Any questions? Anything about this? If not, thank you.